If you live in the United States, hold a green card, or are still waiting for an approval notice, what we're about to talk about matters more than most people realize. There is a huge amount of fear, confusion, and misinformation online about U.S. citizenship, and one question quietly worries millions of people. Can U.S. citizenship ever be taken away? Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to Travion IQ, because this channel exists to cut through immigration fear, explain the system clearly, and help you feel informed instead of overwhelmed. The truth is not as dramatic or frightening as social media makes it sound. Yes, there are situations where U.S. citizenship can be lost, but they are rare, very specific, and tightly controlled by law. My goal today is not to scare you. My goal is clarity. When you understand how the system really works, fear loses its power, and you feel more in control of your immigration journey. Immigration rules are not frozen in time. Policies change, processing times shift, new announcements are released, and sometimes even small details can feel overwhelming when you don't have the full picture. In today's video, we're going to talk honestly and calmly about what it truly means to lose U.S. citizenship, how it can happen, who it applies to, and who it does not. We'll also touch on broader immigration updates that affect families, workers, students, and applicants around the world. I want to be very clear from the beginning. This video is for education only. It is not legal advice. I am not a government official or an attorney. I'm here to explain information in a clear, simple, and supportive way so you don't feel lost or misled by rumors. Many people believe that once you become a U.S. citizen, nothing can ever change. You receive your passport, you gain the right to vote, you feel safe and secure, and in most ways, that feeling is justified. U.S. citizenship is one of the strongest legal statuses in the world, but it is not completely untouchable. There are specific laws that exist to protect the integrity of the process, and those laws allow very limited review in very serious situations. This does not mean the government is looking for excuses to take citizenship away. It means citizenship is taken seriously. The process to obtain it must be lawful and truthful from start to finish. That distinction is important because fear often comes from misunderstanding intent. Before we talk about the rare cases where citizenship can be lost, we need to understand who is considered a U.S. citizen in the first place. Some people are citizens by birth. They were born in the United States or certain U.S. territories, or they were born abroad to at least one U.S. citizen parent who could legally pass citizenship to them. Others become citizens through naturalization. This means they were not born American, but they followed the legal immigration process, lived in the U.S. lawfully, met residency requirements, passed exams, and took the oath of allegiance. Both groups are U.S. citizens. Both have constitutional rights. Both are protected under U.S. law. However, there is one important legal distinction. For people who are citizens by birth, their status is extremely secure. In almost all situations, it cannot be taken away unless there was serious fraud involving identity or birth records from the very beginning. These cases are extraordinarily rare. For naturalized citizens, there is a documented history of applications, interviews, background checks, and sworn statements. If many years later it is discovered that something major in that process was intentionally hidden or falsified, the law allows that case to be reviewed. This does not mean small mistakes lead to loss of citizenship. It does not mean confusion, translation issues, or honest misunderstandings destroy lives. Reviews focus on deliberate deception, not innocent errors. This point matters. The vast majority of people never face citizenship issues. The few cases that exist almost always involve serious fraud, criminal deception, or actions that directly conflict with loyalty to the United States. Let's start with the least frightening and most misunderstood situation, because it is completely voluntary. One way a person can lose U.S. citizenship is by choosing to give it up. This is called renunciation. It does not happen accidentally. You cannot lose citizenship because you moved abroad, complained online, or criticized the government. Renunciation is a formal, intentional process that happens in person at a U.S. embassy or consulate outside the United States. The individual meets with an official, signs detailed paperwork, and confirms they fully understand the consequences. There is also a significant fee involved. Once completed, the decision is permanent. People renounce citizenship for different reasons. Some have lived abroad for many years and feel fully settled elsewhere. Some want to simplify tax or financial obligations. Others make the decision for personal or political reasons. Whatever the reason, the key point is choice. No one is forced into renunciation. When someone renounces, they give up the right to vote, lose automatic entry into the U.S., and may need a visa to visit in the future. For most people, this is never part of their life. Simply living abroad, holding dual citizenship, or spending long periods outside the U.S. does not cause loss of citizenship. Renunciation only happens when someone deliberately completes the process. Now let's talk about the situation that causes the most anxiety. In limited cases, the government can revoke citizenship. This is known as denaturalization. It does not happen randomly. It does not occur because someone forgot a date or misunderstood a question years ago. Denaturalization usually involves intentional concealment of major facts during the naturalization process. This can include using a false identity, hiding serious criminal history, or lying about involvement in violent or extremist activities. These cases are not quiet or sudden. They become federal court cases. The individual is notified. They have the right to respond. They can hire legal counsel. Evidence is reviewed. Arguments are presented. A judge makes the final decision. Nothing happens overnight. If you are honest throughout your process, you generally have nothing to fear. Another important point is timing. There is no strict expiration date. If serious fraud is discovered many years later, the case can still be reviewed. This does not mean the government is constantly searching for reasons to revoke citizenship. It means the system protects the value of citizenship by ensuring it was obtained lawfully. There is also confusion around citizenship and involvement with certain organizations. In rare situations, citizenship may be questioned if someone becomes actively involved with groups that seek to harm or overthrow the U.S. government. This is not about opinions, criticism, religion, or peaceful protest. It is about direct involvement with violent or hostile actions. These cases are extremely rare and carefully reviewed. They focus on whether the oath of allegiance was sincere at the time it was taken. Holding strong opinions, traveling abroad, or maintaining cultural ties does not automatically put someone at risk. Dual citizenship is another topic surrounded by fear. Millions of Americans hold more than one passport. In most cases, the U.S. allows this. You can maintain ties to another country, visit family, and travel freely. Issues only arise in very rare situations involving exclusive allegiance or high-ranking foreign government roles that conflict with U.S. interests. Even then, review is not automatic and intent matters. The most extreme category involves treason. These cases require clear evidence, extensive investigation, and long court proceedings. Everyday actions like studying abroad, criticizing policies, or expressing opinions online do not qualify. For people born in the United States, citizenship is especially protected. Except in extraordinarily rare cases involving falsified birth records, citizenship by birth is secure. Travel, residence abroad, or family immigration issues do not remove it. Before we continue, if you want calm, clear explanations like this, make sure you're subscribed to Travion IQ. This channel focuses on immigration, travel, and global movement without fear-based headlines. Now let's talk about immigration updates that affect far more people on a daily basis. USCIS continues working through backlogs built over several years. Some cases move faster, others take longer. Delays usually do not mean something is wrong. Silence does not equal denial. Work visas, student visas, family-based petitions, and adjustment cases all follow different timelines. Planning ahead, staying organized, and responding promptly to requests for evidence are critical. Interviews are designed to confirm information, not trap applicants. Honesty is always the safest path. Travel while a case is pending can feel stressful. Secondary inspection at airports is often routine. Officers look for clarity, not perfection. Immigration is not just paperwork. It is your life, your family, your plans, and your future. Waiting can feel heavy. Uncertainty can feel exhausting. But millions of people have walked this path before you and reached their goals. As we bring everything together, here is the core truth. U.S. citizenship is strong, meaningful, and deeply protected. While rare exceptions exist, they involve specific legal standards and long processes, not rumors or online fear. Immigration journeys require patience, honesty, and awareness. Confusion is normal. Questions are normal. What matters is staying informed and calm. If this video helped you feel clearer or more at ease, subscribe to Travion IQ so you don't miss future updates on U.S. immigration, visas, citizenship, and global travel. If you have a question or experience, share it in the comments. Your story may help someone else feel less alone. Thank you for spending this time here. Stay informed, stay patient, and stay hopeful.